I'm going to make the video called Cheap Paint, You Get What You Pay For. And right now here in the Hillbilly Hills, it's about 205 degrees in the shade, and the humidity's about, oh my effing God. So painting fenders in this, I vowed not to repeat the same mistakes, and I'm going to expose a lie about what's allegedly an acrylic urethane. Us old timers know the difference between an actual acrylic urethane and a synthol enamel. And this is an old Martin Sonor cheapo synthol enamel. Even back in the day, Martin Sonor synthols, they were actually a decent paint. This stuff that I picked up because I like the color, but I vowed not to make my past mistakes. See this stuff? The new label looks like this. This is your new label. Now you see, this is another thing of cheap paints. You don't see it in glue. I took that off the can because if you go to pour it with this shit on it, it's going to fall right out of there and you're going to have a disaster. Okay? So, well, my body work, as you can see my body work, it didn't turn out all that bad. And then we have the all-purpose semi-deluxe hillbilly rust hole hiders. You put these right on the fender there. See, and these will hide any rust holes from the inspection guy, unless he has a sticks an endoscope in there. But anyway, I just figured that would be a nice touch. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you about working with this stuff in the heat, I'm probably, when I do spray that truck, I'm probably going to get up about 3 o'clock in the morning and start spraying it. And hopefully there won't be any dew. And I should have it ready in maybe about a week or two. I still have some body work and some things to make. And I'm getting hampered by family problems. Everybody's having problems with this World War III coming in on us. My family's very, very upset. My children are very upset. My parents. Tell you what, Mr. Trump, my folks have really had enough of this, especially with this money shit. My kids are coming to me for money. My neighbor just came to me to borrow gas money so she could go to work. And I didn't have it. I really don't. I'm that broke myself. We got a lot of highway noise here. This is a different place than my normal. This is one of the places I only show the side shop. I don't show everything, okay? But anyway, I'm going to clear coat these fenders. When you spray with this stuff, a secret, keep yourself a little toothbrush and clean your nozzle. Right on the gun, don't take it off, just keep cleaning it, okay? I figured out what went wrong, and I vowed that I'm going to correct it, so I'm just going to use some clear coat. What happens as you're spraying, the paint gets thicker and thicker. It's sort of, the gun sort of picks up all of the reducer. And that's the other thing is, I'm going to go to a high VOC reducer. This is a low VOC reducer. It's garbage. It's going in a shit can. Okay? It's not separating the paint. It's actually, it's not blending. I shook this can for about 10 times like this. Kept doing it for a couple of minutes. And the reducer that's in here is garbage. So instead of throwing this out, I'm going to use it on maybe the door here and some other places on the truck. And then the other stuff, it seems to be a little bit better quality, and it's not so. The reducer that I put in the other can seemed to, my suspicions, it confirmed the suspicions that is it's garbage. It's garbage reducer. It does not separate and blend the paint. It just sort of lays into paint, and then your gun blasts all that out, and then you've got this thick stuff that starts gunking up your nozzle. But I keep that toothbrush. I got to bring it down, actually. I forgot it for the video, because I was going to show you these masks that I picked up. I actually have to bring that down too. I forgot the mask, and I forgot the little jar with the toothbrush. These are a Quasi. These are on Amazon, and these are a nice mask. The first two I bought off of them disappeared, and then I got these on eBay. They came, took about 2 weeks for them to get here. So Amazon ripped me off and never replaced the second the shipment. But anyway, those are the things I wanted to tell you, besides about that garbage reducer. And this is cheap paint. This is paint for cars. It's Trinity brand, I guess, 1945, champagne gold. I like the color. It's the only reason. I had so many compliments on that truck. The bad part was there was a lot of sun shrinkage. You could see where the paint it shrunk in its spots. It had nothing to do with me because I painted other vehicles and I've used other paints. Because that's the thing with slime balls like this. They'll tell me I don't know how to fucking paint. And that makes me, like I said, sometimes I just want to reach through the phone or the internet and just grab somebody and ask them what's wrong with them. But anyway, I'm going to show you what they look like. You'll get to see the job when it's done. It'll all be one color. And she'll be all back together with no more rust holes anywhere. I'm actually happy with the job, the way it turned out. So, you folks, take it from me about cheap paint and painting cars. The do-it-yourself market is fine. But when they're selling you stuff, the other thing that was missing with this, the big disappointment, there's no mix ratio. I don't care. You only need a little bit of hardener. Hardener. Don't put a whole lot of hardener in it, say in the hot weather. But then again, maybe that's why you get sun shrinkage. But as far as reducer, most synthol and most acrylic urethanes are about a 4-to-1 mix ratio. This is probably about a 7-to-1. I have to, like I said, when I get my next cup of paint, I'll be able to tell you the truth a little bit more. I'm going to experiment. But you know something? That's why I experiment with stuff like this on my own vehicles. Because if I did this to a customer's vehicle, I felt sorry for Ketcher Jr., the kid. I got some really garbage PPG shop line paint when I painted his truck. Well, he got a bed from allegedly a Votech that was all full of body work. I don't care how much primer sealer I put on that. It just drank that silver, that Silverado silver, they call it pewter. It turned out, the whole job turned muddy. I asked them for more money. I wanted even to get another quart, maybe get it in the Omni. Well, and nobody had Omni at that time. Only certain colors in the Omni. COVID was a rough time to go through to paint anything. So take my advice on rusty fenders and paint work and stuff. You can repair these fenders. I think I'll get another couple years out of them, and like I said, the newer rust products and stuff like that, especially what is it called, Hard On by Wool Wax and stuff like that. Those products are well worth the money, and they go a long way, especially when you're living in the Northeast. The Northeast is the worst place here for rust. In the summer, it's hot, wet, and humid. In the winter, it's just wet, and then they put that road garbage, that battery acid on the roads. All right, so I gave you an overlay. The fenders didn't turn out all that bad, except they're grainy. I'm not going to sand the orange peel out of it. I'm going to blast clear over it, however it turns out. I'm not repainting everything. I just learned my lesson, and I'm going to go to a higher VOC reducer and a slower reducer. And as I said, when I spray that truck in the morning, which is another thing, I'm going to tell you guys how to paint your roof and your body separately, that it's easier. Instead of trying to paint everything at once and getting your hands in it, I'm going to show you a method. I paint the lower side of the truck, the doors. Sometimes I don't even paint the bed. I paint that. I just get all the doors usually I have the fenders off, just like I'm going to do this other Silverado. When I do that truck, those fenders are going to be off of it. And they'll probably be down here at this shop, and I will take my time either redoing the factory fenders and maybe getting patch panels for them. And now that truck I'm going to be very critical because it's going to get bigger tires. It's probably going to get a 2.5-inch lift on it, and I'll probably sell that truck to one of you fans and stuff out there. There's a lot of guys that are watching me right now. Thank you for the compliments too. I wanted to say hi to Miles. They're out there. Sonny, I think it's Sonny's Speed Shop. I have no idea where you're at, Sonny. Let me know. Right now, I'm sweating so bad, my sweat is sweating again. All right, 205 in the shade, humidity level of, oh my God, I'm choking. And that's enough. I got to get to work here. Thanks.